Triple amputee war veteran just issued every kneeling NFL player protesting anthem a huge challenge after President Donald Trump spoke out against the national anthem protesters within the NFL. A Sunday full of protests ensued. Enitlted players can't give up the misguided cause of flipping off our flag and simply respect our nation while playing a game. The president stating that players should be expected to stand and fired if they don't, in a sentiment shared by every frustrated American who can't believe the league commissioner allows these anti-American antics to continue. However, the president's appropriate statement infuriated every entitled player in both professional football and basketball. This was for the fact that for the first time since this started while Barack Obama was the president, the country's commander-in-chief condemned it. With a number of players sitting out the anthem today, the protests reached a level of disrespect that a veteran who lost both his legs and one arm in war while defending players' right to be derelicts couldn't keep silent on any longer. Triple amputee and Purple Heart recipient Senior Airman Brian Colfage Jr. just issued a perfect ultimatum to these entitled athletes in response. Entitled NFL babies, if you don't think America is the greatest country, then why don't you go find a better place to live? The millions of dollars you're being paid right now to disrespect the mass majority of Americans is outright disgusting. All of you entitled brats who just decided to disrespect the flag and the anthem because you don't like President Trump is plain stupid. Why were you not sitting last year or even last week? You decide to sit only after the president called out the anti-Americans for what they are. Wow, you guys are real leaders, laughable at best. What have you done for your country instead of having one skill, which is only the ability to catch or throw a ball, or the mere fact that you're just big and can get in people's way? I guess you forgot about those who died for our flag, who protected our nation for generations. Those are the greatest people in our country, those are the people making true sacrifices, those are the Americans who your selfishness actions are walking all over. But of course, you're only paid as an entertainer, you're not a fighter, you're not saving lives or liberating the oppressed, you're not living in harm's way for years, and you're not doing a damn thing for this nation as an overpaid entertainer who can run up and down a field. You're getting paid to give Americans a reason to drink beer and party, and these same Americans don't care about what your political beliefs are because your one and only job is to entertain us. That's it. You are not a politician. And you're not oppressed, you're making more money than almost every single American for doing really nothing. Learn what your job is, shut up and do it. No American can show up to work and piss off customers, so what gives you the right? You should be fired. I signed a blank check with my life to our nation, eventually losing 3 limbs. I've seen oppression, I've seen things that most these NFL players couldn't handle. The same things that so many other military generations saw. And when I see our nation's flag draped over dead American bodies still riddled with bullet holes, or the American flag handed to a young child who just lost a parent in war, this is why we stand and show respect. But of course, your entitlement has reached such godly levels of preposterousness that you all believe it has to do with you. Go read the words to the national anthem. And newsflash, you might be shocked that it says nothing about the NFL or overpaid athletes, or your anti-cop-hating gangbanger friends. So get off your asses and show respect to those who gave you this privilege to play. Kneeling on the sidelines doesn't solve anything that players think it will. It only causes more divisiveness and discontent. The only thing it does is show a complete lack of appreciation for other people's sacrifice and the country you're blessed to live in. While a lot of overpaid professional players think they have something to say with their misguided opinions and protests, nobody has anything as important to say on the matter than Colfage. His opinion is really all that matters and should be the final word on what the big issue is with kneeling during the anthem. Anyone who doesn't accept that can leave the country or suit up and serve.